Yo, what's good? So I just caught SportsCenter on ESPN, and the entire panel was absolutely losing their minds about multiple massive stories involving the Los Angeles Lakers that have fans simultaneously celebrating an important bounce-back victory while also buzzing with excitement about potential franchise-altering trade speculation. There's seismic reporting emerging that the Lakers are actively exploring the possibility of acquiring either Ja Morant from the Memphis Grizzlies or Klay Thompson from the Dallas Mavericks in what would be blockbuster moves that completely transform LA's championship timeline. But before diving deep into that trade reporting, the SportsCenter crew had to break down the Lakers' crucial 121-111 victory over the Charlotte Hornets that represented exactly the spark and response this team desperately needed. This was precisely the type of performance the Lakers needed, according to the panel, as they bounced back in a genuinely major way after that embarrassing defeat against the Atlanta Hawks to start off this challenging 5-game road trip. One player in particular really stepped up dramatically for the Lakers, not only in this specific game, but throughout the entire season so far, and the SportsCenter analysts are going to make sure that player gets the recognition and flowers he absolutely deserves. The Lakers found themselves in an absolute shootout against the Charlotte Hornets and came away with a convincing 121-111 road victory that gets them back on track. Hey, what's up everyone? Before we jump into this massive Lakers news, I just want to ask you for a quick favor that would mean the world to me. If you could just take 1 second right now and hit that like button, it would be incredibly important to me and helps this channel grow so much. I know it seems like a small thing, but those likes genuinely make a huge difference in getting this content out to more Lakers fans who need to stay updated on everything happening with this team. So seriously, just tap that like button real quick. It literally takes 1 second, and it helps me out more than you know. The analysts are going to go over the game comprehensively, but they also want to discuss some of the broader implications this performance has for the team, and whether this level of play can realistically carry over to future games during the remainder of this road trip and throughout the season. It was really the starting lineup that had to carry the offensive load for the Lakers in this one, according to the SportsCenter breakdown. Luka Doncic continues being absolutely dominant for the Los Angeles Lakers night after night. He was the player who really got the offense going early, while the other Lakers took a little bit longer to find their shooting rhythm and offensive flow. Doncic shot an efficient 50% from the field, while dropping 38 points with 6 rebounds and 7 assists, which is just becoming clockwork and routine production from Luka at this point in the season. The dude has been consistently dropping approximately 35 points per game, and the panel believes he's still leading the entire NBA in scoring average. Luka has been on an absolute offensive heater, and what some are calling a revenge tour. After not making All-NBA teams last season, he has been absolutely fantastic and proving all the doubters wrong. Austin Reeves also had a great performance in his first game back after missing the previous 3 contests while dealing with that nagging injury. Reeves finished with 24 points and got to the free throw line an impressive 11 times, which the SportsCenter crew loves seeing because it shows he's being properly aggressive, attacking the basket. They saw Reeves put his hands up in celebration when he finally hit a 3-pointer in the 4th quarter, which was really the only aspect of his game that didn't click, because other than the 3-point shooting, everything else was excellent. Even though Reeves didn't shoot the ball particularly great overall, that 24 points, 7 rebounds, and 5 assists stat line with only 1 turnover represents someone who has now scored 20-plus points in every single game this season. Austin does have a tendency sometimes to be a bit turnover-prone with careless passes, but that was absolutely not the case in this Charlotte game. He took excellent care of the basketball, and that was a significant reason why the Lakers won convincingly. Looking at how the team performed overall, LA shot 50% from the field, 36% from three-point range, and 85% from the free throw line. Those percentages will definitely get it done if you're the Lakers. Also critically important, they only turned the ball over 11 times total, which is excellent ball security. The Lakers are typically a team that has a frustrating tendency of turning the basketball over quite a bit, so limiting those to just 11 was huge. Marcus Smart also hit some genuinely big shots down the stretch and finished the game with 13 points and an absolutely insane 7 steals, which shows he was able to cause absolute havoc against a young Hornets team that was missing LaMelo Ball and Brandon Miller. Charlotte was without some of their top key players in this contest. DeAndre Ayton had a solid performance with 14 points on 70% shooting, though only grabbing 6 rebounds is definitely a bit lower than what you'd ideally want from your starting center. Obviously, this was an important win for the Lakers, as they were able to bounce back after what was honestly just a flat-out embarrassing loss to Atlanta. Easily their most embarrassing defeat of the season, according to the Sports Center panel. They had lost to a rebuilding Hawks team that should have been an easy victory. But the Lakers find a way to get this much-needed win in Charlotte, because you definitely don't want to lose 2 consecutive games, especially against a short-handed Hornets squad. Charlotte put up their best puncher's chance with players like rookie Brandon Miller, who the analysts think is going to develop into a really good NBA player, and Miles Bridges really carried the offensive load for the Hornets. But it wasn't enough. But now, the Sports Center crew wants to give major props to someone who absolutely deserves recognition. Rui Hachimura has been absolutely fantastic for the Los Angeles Lakers throughout this entire season. Looking at what Rui accomplished in the Charlotte victory, he finished the game with an explosive 21 points on incredibly efficient 9 of 12 shooting from the field. The man was absolutely on fire. Hachimura scored 13 points just in the third quarter alone, which is where the Lakers genuinely won this game. LA was either losing or it was a tight 2-point game at halftime, and they really extended their lead and pulled away in that third quarter, which is genuinely ironic because the Lakers have historically really struggled coming out of halftime under both J.J. Redick and previously under Darvin Ham. Whether it's LeBron James, Anthony Davis, Luka, Austin, whoever, the Lakers have consistently struggled in third quarter, but this is where they really shine. Rui continues absolutely shooting the basketball at an elite level and has been on a legitimate offensive heater with remarkable efficiency. The Sports Center panel knows they've discussed this topic on the show before, giving so much deserved love to Luka's dominance and Austin's consistency. DeAndre Ayton is finding his role, Jackson Hayes has been solid coming off the bench, but the analysts really need to give Rui Hachimura his flowers because he has been absolutely fantastic for the Lakers. Rui is averaging almost 16 points per game this season, and that number is only going to increase after this Charlotte performance. His rebounding numbers at around 4 to 5 per game are something you really wish were a bit higher. He should realistically be someone averaging 6 to 7 boards per contest, given his size and athleticism, but he's falling short in that area. However, the shooting proficiency and efficiency has been absolutely phenomenal. Hachimura is shooting 57% from the field and an absolutely scorching 48% from three-point range. He's also been completely automatic cash money on those mid-range jumpers, which everyone knows he can really score from that area. The Sports Center crew thinks the big reason why Rui is thriving so much right now, and this is definitely going to be a point of contention and debate, is because LeBron James is not currently in the lineup. Hachimura and LeBron kind of occupy and play pretty similar positions and roles, and without all that offensive production and ball dominance from LeBron, yes, Luka and Austin are going to step up and handle more, but someone else needs to emerge as that consistent third scoring option. Rui has consistently been that third best scorer for the Lakers, and you're definitely seeing it show up in the results. Luka Doncic gave Rui genuine props after the game for what he's accomplished not only in this specific contest, but throughout the season, saying, "Rui is helping us win games a lot, and maybe against Atlanta he was very underrated because no one talks about him, but he deserves a lot of credit in our win. He's been amazing for us, and the way he plays in every single game just helps us win, especially to win games on the road." Well said by Luka. Rui has been a fantastic fit with the Lakers, and a fantastic fit playing alongside Luka and Austin. The panel thinks Hachimura will still be a very effective player when LeBron eventually returns to the lineup, but they genuinely don't know if Rui will be able to put up these same statistical numbers with LeBron back commanding touches. That's definitely a wait-and-see situation, but that's a good problem for the Lakers and for head coach JJ Redick to figure out. But now, let's transition to the absolutely massive trade speculation that has the basketball world buzzing. There's serious reporting that the Lakers are exploring potential moves to acquire either Ja Morant from Memphis or Klay Thompson from Dallas in franchise-altering deals. Let's start with the Ja Morant situation and why he could realistically be available. The primary factor is Morant's well-documented history of off-court disciplinary problems that resulted in multiple significant league-imposed suspensions. Those incidents could genuinely lead the Grizzlies to consider trading him despite his extraordinary talent. Grizzlies GM Zach Kleiman has admitted the team wasn't as close to championship contention as hoped, suggesting possible roster reformulation. A Morant trade would allow Memphis to start a completely new organizational project around younger players. Essentially accepting their original plan didn't work. There are also market value considerations. Analysts suggest Morant's trade value might be lower than expected due to inconsistent three-point shooting. For the Lakers, Morant would provide explosive athleticism, elite playmaking, and the opportunity to be a featured star in LA's massive market, helping rebuild his image. Now, Klay Thompson's situation. He and Golden State couldn't agree on contract terms, resulting in his Dallas move. Despite decent shooting, Thompson hasn't performed at expected levels with the Mavericks, averaging just 7.6 points on poor percentages. This could motivate Dallas to trade him. For Thompson, the Lakers would represent a fresh start in a less pressure-filled environment than Dallas, where Luka commands attention. His shooting and defense would be valuable for LA's title hopes. The combination of either Morant or Thompson with the Lakers' current talented roster would create an absolutely dangerous and complete championship contender. So that was the full SportsCenter breakdown of the Lakers' crucial win, plus the blockbuster Ja Morant and Klay Thompson trade speculation.